Hello, everyone. So today we're checking in with my favorite realtor in Wenatchee. It's Colton Riblett. Colton's been up to a bunch of home improvement projects while we've been on lockdown over the last couple of weeks, which is pretty cool. But he's here to talk to us about the state of real estate in Wenatchee. How's it going, Colton?
Doing well. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
So tell me, how's the market doing? How's buying and selling these days?
As a whole, I mean, it's slowed down a little bit, mostly the same reason why every business in the Valley has slowed down. Some sellers that were preparing to come to the market and sell their home this spring maybe have decided to wait and see how this all plays out. Some are uncomfortable having people come through their home, so they put their plans on hold for a little bit. However, most of the buyers that were looking before the pandemic started are still looking for the right place. So, and then most listings that were on the market have stayed on the market and are continuing to be marketed.
Nice. And are you seeing that prices have been affected at all?
Not quite yet. There's been a few price changes, but typically what we see this time of year, if things aren't moving, people will try to shift their price around to try to help generate some interest. But no drastic shift to the market has happened yet. We are expecting somewhat of a shift to come. I actually pulled up some stats to share with you, kind of like what the last 7 days has looked like in our market here. There's been 37 new listings that have come to the market. 27 homes have gone into a pending status, so they've reached a mutual agreement to sell their home to somebody. Only 10 homes have either been canceled or have gone into an expired status, and 11 properties have decided to change their price. So as you can see, things are still happening. New properties are still coming to the market, and only a handful are actually deciding to lower their price at this time.
Nice. And then what will you say is the outlook over the next say 6 to 12 months?
I think a combination of the really low interest rates that we're experiencing and potentially the pent up demand once things go back to somewhat of a normalcy. We'll see the buyers that weren't finding what they wanted or were not comfortable shopping during the pandemic, that they will keep the buyer's market strong for another 6 to 9 months is what I expect. And thus sellers will continue to have some leverage there. And then after that, I anticipate that we'll start seeing more short sales and mortgage defaults. Those won't come until middle to late next year, in my opinion, as the financial implications of 2020 start to kind of catch up to us. The government and lenders are doing everything possible to try to prevent that from happening the way it did in 2008 and 2009. So I think it'll be better than it was then, but we still will see an increase in defaults than we have seen over the last decade or so.
Right. And what would you say happens when we hit that mark? How does that change kind of the balance between rental and homeowners? Do you see a lot more renters come on the market, and do prices go up? Or?
Yeah, we'll see an increase in demand for rentals. It typically would have an effect on the pricing, but generally speaking, in a crisis like this, they probably won't be able to shift the price as much as they normally would when demand goes up. But demand's going to increase and just continue to increase as the uncertainty of the future keeps holding ones back from buying. And on top of that, these people that have lost their jobs or had experienced layoffs during this time, that can make it even more difficult for them to be able to buy when they do want to. So all of that combined is going to definitely increase the demand for rentals, which are already astronomically high in our valley.
Right. And I guess from a more practical perspective, how are you adapting to, I guess, showings and home inspections and things like that? How is that working out in the age of social distancing?
Yeah, so before any of this started, me personally, for my business, I had already started offering virtual walkthroughs for any listings that I took on. And that is something that I've continued to do for the listing side of the business through this. And what that does is it allows me to limit the amount of clients that actually have to go through someone's house during the listing. And that enables, us to protect the sellers and the buyers for less people going through. And then on the flip side of things, when representing a client, the industry has implemented guidelines that everyone is striving to follow. So for showings, we are only showing by appointment. So whether the property is occupied or not, we have to schedule an appointment so that there's no overlapping of the showings. And then only 2 people are allowed on the property at any given time. So that means a realtor and 1 other person. So if you're showing a married couple, the realtor would show 1 partner for the home, and then the other one would come through separately from them. So and these guidelines apply to inspections and appraisals as well. So during this time, buyers are not able to attend inspections on the homes. They could attend via Zoom or Facebook Live, things like that, but wouldn't be able to be there in person.
Right. All right. Well, thanks so much, Colton, for this roundup of the state of real estate. How can folks get a hold of you if they have more questions or need advice on what to do either on the buying or selling side?
If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on my Facebook, or you can call or email me. My phone number is 509-264-9927. And my email and my Facebook is online. So if you just Google Colton Riblett, Keller Williams, you'll find me.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Colton.
Thank you.